Well, hello all and welcome back to a Devon Nature Garden. As you can see behind me, some of these are completely empty. Have we had a lot of bird life? Has there been something else here? Right, let's head up to the shack at the top of the garden and we'll talk through it. So here we are in the dry in the shack. It's absolutely throwing it down in Torquay. But anyway, let's get to where we are with these. I've noticed them going down during the week and I have been changing them around every day so they've not been in exactly the same position. We had carrion crow on the top of the feeder frame, but they didn't seem to be the ones that were eating it, and I've been noticing them going down. Now obviously I've been at work during the days, so I haven't been able to look and see, and this morning come down and we've got a squirrel. Now I've been moving them around so the squirrel can jump from the fence to by the feeder onto the feeders themselves. But looking at this, there are still some that he hasn't touched much of yet. Now these have gone, which these were. Now this is if you want to feed your squirrels. This is brown top number 2, which I've got to find on my list. The bronze number 2, blue diamonds and Glenwoods have gone. So I shall be refilling these. And then this is the bronze one, which is the Harvest again and the RSPB, which were going before, but not as quickly. So what am I going to do? I'm going to fill them all back up again with exactly the same. And I'm going to move the feeder away from the fence. So I've got 2 down there, one with sunflower hearts and peanuts on. I'm going to place that closer to the fence because I've got some nice sturdy bases that are dug into the ground. And then the one that's furthest away from the fence, I will put the feeders back on and we'll carry on for another week. Yeah. I've noticed, as I've been moving them around as well, another observation, that the female blackcap is definitely searching around and finding the one that she likes. And same with a couple of the blue tits as well. They seem to go on once I've moved them around each time. I go out with the dogs each morning and move them around. So yeah, as you can see though, some of them still have hardly been eaten at all. And with it absolutely throwing down out there, there's not a lot going on in the garden. So I'm going to keep an eye on it, and when my wife's in as well, I'm going to keep her there. Hopefully she can keep an eye on the bird life in the garden and tell me what is eating what. Bit of an issue. I was taking loads of photos and my main lens has just failed. So that's going to need looking into. So yeah. A few ups and downs this week, so we'll carry on with these and we shall see what happens in the next week, and we'll come back at the end of the month on the 29th, which will give it the full month. I may carry on into March as well because it seems to be quite a good little experiment. A lot of people online on Facebook and whatnot are looking forward to the results as well. But yeah, she'll replenish and fit them back up. Take care for now, and I'll see you hopefully on a better day next weekend. And it's now the 27th of February. So as you can see, a lot have been eaten. So we'll go through absolutely everything and just do a quick summary of what's been eaten and what's left after the month. Okay, so we're back in the shack. I've laid them all out. I've made notes and lists of what we've got here and what's left, what's been eaten, and then we'll come to my top 3 that's happened in the garden and a couple of observations. Firstly, we have had squirrels, we have had the crows, we have had the pigeons, and we've also had acrobatic mice and rats, which have decided to, wherever I've put them, they've got to them. So this not only takes into account the birds in the garden, it also takes into account any of the wildlife. So this will prove that rats are fussy. Because if rats aren't going to eat it, personally I don't think the birds are going to eat it. So we'll start off with the left one, we'll walk through. This is probably going to take a little while, but I found it quite interesting. So we'll start off with the bronze one, which has got number 1. I'll try not to rustle the packets too much, because in one of the other videos it was quite loud, so I do apologise for that if you've watched that one. Right, so number 1, the tops are the harvest ones. These were from B&M, and these were the cheapy 8p ones. Now, I've got quite a few left. These 2 in the feeder, which proves that 3 were eaten in the month. In the bottom, we have the RSPB ones. These were more expensive, but as you can see, excuse the noise, there are none left, and only these 2. So that is a 6-pack. So I've only got these 2 little bits left. So they've gone quite well. Bronze feeder number 2. In the top, we had, and I say we had, the Blue Diamond suet puddings, and that was a pack of 6. And as you can see, there is nothing left. In the bottom, we had the Glenwoods. Now, I didn't think they were going to do very well, but it was a 4-pack, and they came with one of these feeders, and obviously 2 of them have been eaten, so we've got those bits left. As you can see, it's a bit strandy in there, so I don't exactly know what that is in it, but so yeah, 2 of those eaten in the month. Green number 1. Now, this one had the Guardman ones in the top, which is quite a well-known make, but as you can see, it's a 6-pack. We've had 2 eaten, sort of, but I would say probably 1 in total if you add that up. And the bottom one are the Asda Armitage blackcurrant and apple flavour, and yeah, that's a month's worth of eating. So there's not a lot left been eaten of those at all. Number 2 of the green, and the top one is a Dawn Chorus from Morrison's, and as you can see, there is a full one left, and there's 1 left in the packet, so that's 2 full ones eaten. And the bottoms are the peckish. Now, I haven't replenished any of those, so we've got the 12-pack, and I've still got 10 left, and these, which I was quite surprised, because they did have what looked to be one of the better contents and ingredients on them, because you could see a load of seeds. But yeah, they're not as done as well as I thought they were. Green number 3. Here we go. So green 3, we've got Johnson and Jeff Superiors, which an empty packet and only 2 left. That's a 6-pack, so that's 4 and a bit been eaten. The bottom ones are the Asda Armitage standards, and yeah, as you can see, I haven't had to put any more in of that big pack, so I'll pick that 20-pack up. I'm not gonna, I'll probably bin them, to be honest. There's hardly anything been eaten from those. We then have the green topped metal one. This one had the Finchleys in the top. Now, the Finchleys, these were, excuse the noise, these were the suet pellets, the suet dumplings, sorry, which I thought were going to do really well. In the month, only 2 have gone. So I'm a bit disappointed by that. And in the bottom of the green metal one, we've got the Tom Chambers mealworm fat balls, which was a 6-pack. That's all that's been eaten, so we've got just about 2 left. Well, 1.5. This last feeder, completely empty, but the top one was the Johnson and Jeff berries, which out of the 6, I've still got 4 left. So this week, I think it was Thursday, the the top ones, sorry, these ones disappeared. And also B&Q Bird, they've only had 2 gone as well. So that is that. Now, it's been quite a good experiment for me. I've quite enjoyed doing it. There are certain things I will change, and I will be doing it again in probably October. I'll look at the top ones here, and through comments through Facebook and whatnot, I've been told that the Wilkinson's ones, the Wilko ones, are supposed to be very good. A lot of people say they go like no tomorrow, so they will be added to the list. I'm going to make up better feeders so that rats and whatever cannot get to them, so it will just be the birds in the gardens that do them. Don't worry, I will be feeding all the other wildlife, but for a minute I think I want to try and do it just with the birds, so a new feeder will be built. And if you notice, this one, empty-ish, fairly empty. These, not so. So part of me thinks these cheapo plastic feeders possibly are part of the problem. So as much as it's been a good sort of experiment, I'm going to buy, ready for the autumn, a load more of this type of feeder. I think maybe the birds can see through these better. I don't know, obviously we're just guessing. But it seems that whatever's in these haven't been touched as much. I may be completely wrong, but that's what I'm thinking at the moment. But anyway, so far so good. I've enjoyed it. Let's go through the top 3. So in 3rd place, which are it's the lime green one, no, the metal one here, the Johnson & Jeff Superior Fat Balls, of which we did have 6, but we've got, this one, we've got 2 left. The Superior ones, they were 33p each, and I've only got those 2 left. So those were in 3rd place out of the 14. In 2nd place, which I don't think I've got anything left of. No, they've gone. No, they've still got a couple of bits left. We had 6 left, is the RSPB ones in 2nd place, with just those 2 little bits left. So they did quite well. Those were from Sainsbury's. They are available elsewhere. And the top, the number 1, which have completely gone, 6 of them been eaten, because they were in here, were the Blue Diamond Suet Puddings, and they've just gone completely. So yeah, those were 33p each. So in the top 3 of that I've just mentioned, they were all upwards of 28 to 33p each. So yeah, I've quite enjoyed it. I hope you have. And yeah, if you have any more suggestions to add, obviously I think I'm going to take away the bottom half of them and not use those next time. I want to find some more. So if you have any suggestions, let me know either in the comments here, or if I've posted it on my Facebook page or on any of the other groups, just let me know, and I'll endeavour to do another test probably October time for a month, just as winter's setting in. So thank you very much for watching. Do take care, and I hope you found this enjoyable as I have. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Back again. Right, one last quick note. A few people did ask what birds were eating which, if I could keep an eye on. Now, unfortunately, the last week my camera lens has died, but I will be putting together a little montage of some of the photos that I've got over the last month, and I will show you which birds have been eating which, just in case you are interested. So we've had house sparrows, blue tits, great tits, robins, dunnock, blackbird, black cap, and then obviously the crows and whatnot. So I will try and do that and put that up in a separate video when I've got the time to go through the photos and layer it all up, and I'll go through and try and figure out which feeders they were feeding on and which species liked which of the fat balls. So yeah, anyway, that's it, definitely. Take care, cheers.